Okay. I want to thank you all for being here. Let me ask before we get too far into it, this class had previously been scheduled to be a Tuesday, Thursday class from 5 to 8. And that's kind of why I just settled on 5 o'clock this evening. What I intend to do, and I think I said this in the previous lecture that I had posted on Blackboard, is that I would put things in Blackboard on for Tuesday that would be kind of like a pre-record or assignments, and then we would meet Thursdays at 5. For those of you who are here, which is 10 out of 20 people, and I did get some emails from 1 or 2 people that this is a challenge. Does anybody typically have an issue with Thursdays at 5 to meet like this?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Go ahead, Kayla.
yeah, I was actually one of the students that emailed you about another class being at the same time.
Right.
But since this one started earlier today, that's why I could make this one.
Okay. All right. There was someone else who wanted to speak?
Yeah, it might be kind of hard for me because like right now I'm in the middle of practice, so I might be a little late just getting to the meetings.
Okay. All right. So, we're going to try to make accommodations. Obviously, there are 20 students that are registered for this class. I can't have 20 different meeting dates. That obviously won't work. Right now, the bulk of the people seem to be okay with this. What I intend to do is record all of our class meetings and repost them. And so for those of you who are here and won't make another class, I need you to make sure that you come back and see, particularly the Thursday meetings, because these are going to be the meetings where I'm going to do the demonstrations that I want you to follow. And I'm not going to like make 2 recordings of it. I'm not going to like do the demonstration once for these folks and then go back and then just do another demonstration exclusively with someone else. So just make sure that, because it is an all virtual meeting, which I have no idea why they did this. I would have preferred if they had given us a hard time. But because it's all virtual, I will be posting recordings of classes up every time, probably almost immediately following class. I'll give you a little bit of quick idea. I think I said this also in the previous lecture. My style is to try to keep you guys for about 30, 40 minutes. This is a laboratory class. So what I want to be able to do is show you how to do something, show you how to do something, and show you how to do something, and then cut you loose, and then you go and practice it. You find out what I showed you doesn't work for you or what have you, come back to me with questions and we can, get on and try it again. Also, what I'm open to very much is if while I'm showing you how to do something that doesn't seem to make sense, and we're particularly in Zoom and you're here, you can just hit me in private chat and I won't, I'll try to figure out how to rephrase it so that, everybody gets an opportunity to understand exactly what I was trying to do. No big deal. And if for some reason you need a little bit more of a one-on-one approach, I'm totally open to hearing your idea, how your schedule works. So Sunday at 2 o'clock, you want to get on Zoom with me and we can share screens or what have you. That works for me too. I'll do that and kind of, help you, walk you through whatever steps of any of the issues that you may be encountering that I can help you with at that time. So with that much being said, thank you all for being here. Do we lose somebody? We lost somebody. And let's try to just jump in here and do some things. What we are going to do this semester, because we can't actually be in class, is we're going to use a software called Streamyard. We're going to ultimately break everybody down into groups. I think we're going to have, right now, it says that there are 20 students. And we're going to break you guys into groups of 4, which is, makes it an even number, obviously. 4 people in a group. It's not hard to do the math on that. 4 goes into 25 times. It'll be five different groups. It'll be up to you and your group to figure out how to get together and meet, whether it's some kind of Zoom call or just phone calls or whatever the case may be, and then use the software that I'm ultimately going to get to today to do what's necessary to complete your projects. I want to talk for about 3-4 minutes here about what things I have an expectation of that I know you guys have heard at least 4 times during your college career. Most people here are juniors and or seniors. And so you guys have got to have, you must have heard already about the concept of the communication channel, that I am encoding this message in English. I am sending it to you down a channel, which is, I'm sending this message to you down a channel, which it happens to be right at this moment. The Zoom call, you are receiving it on your end, and it's being decoded by the computer or phone or tablet that you happen to be using. And at some point, you decode it with your ears because you also understand English, and you receive the message. In the past, and I apologize, I'm getting these messages from students who said that they can't be here. I apologize. In the process, that message, the encoding and the decoding and the channel and all these things can encounter something called noise. The noise that we just encountered is, I'm getting text messages or emails from students and I'm trying to talk to you, but my attention has moved away. That is noise. That interrupts the good flow, the clean flow of my signal to you. Also, what could occur is the internet could belch, if you will. The internet could skip or bump you off. It looks like Jasmine is coming back. That was noise. The fact that for whatever reason, Jasmine lost connection, that is noise in the signal. You know, I'm sending a signal to everyone, Jasmine included, and if somehow the internet kicked her off or the software glitched, that's noise. Noise is not just sound in the background. It can be anything. Then Jasmine's going to get, no, Jasmine's here, so we lost somebody else. And so that can be disruptive to the message. Then it arrives on your end. If I was speaking in a language that didn't compute for you, that you couldn't decode, say I was speaking this in Farsi, which I don't speak, but if I was speaking in some other foreign language, then that would become noise to you as well, because we have a disconnect. It's disruptive to the message being understood and decoded properly. Then lastly, it arrives on your end and hopefully everything is perfect. And in the past, we had this very one-directional communication model. The TV was on, we sent signals down to TV and people at home watched. That was pretty much all there was. You could write to the television stations or write to some television network, hoping that your feedback will be heard. But for the most part, your feedback wasn't heard. What we have in this scenario is we have great feedback. So what I'm going to share how we get good feedback is I'm going to ask this question. First person who can answer this question will open their mic and say something. Does anyone have a birthday in the month of April? How about the month of June? How about the month of October?
Yes.
Okay, thank goodness. That is called feedback, right? I asked a question, someone gave me a response. And so nowadays in our production world and our communication model today, there's more two-way communication where we send messages and receive messages back down a similar channel than ever before. Even with regular everyday TV shows that people are watching at home. Let's imagine you were watching the news and they say, you know, if you're on I-64 and you have encountered a car accident, can you send us a picture? Can you give us an update of what you see out there? And people will tweet at the the newscaster. Oh yeah, this happened. Now I watch MSNBC, and there's a show on first thing in the morning at 5 a.m. called Way Too Early. And the woman asks every morning, what has you up so early? Why are you up? And people in real time tweet her pictures of their kids or their dog that needs to go for a walk, what have you. And that's created this two-way communication system. This is a relatively new phenomenon if you think that television, the way we know it, the typical way we know it, has been around, say, 70, 80 years, give or take. And as a result, this is the first time we've ever really been able to have this great two-way communication system. They did have call-in TV shows, but that was kind of poo-pooed back in those days because it was not a fluid concept. So we understand the communication model. I'm going to give you guys a quiz at some point where the communication model will be there. You've discussed it 50 times, I'm sure, by now. If you had MassCom 211 is one of the first lessons that you'll get. In MassCom 211, you all have had to have that to get here. So I'll put that on the test as well, so that it's an easy, perfect answer for you. So what are we going to discuss next? We're going to discuss why things are changing and how we're going to conduct this course. We'll do a lot of this, like I said, by way of Zoom and by pre-recorded lectures. We're going to use a piece of software, a web app, if you will, called Streamyard. It's going to be free. I'm going to put in the chat right now an important part of this, which is my Streamyard account information. All right. It's just my email address, my personal email address. So don't worry about that right now. We'll talk about how that works. When your teams get together and you're ready to record, you'll log into StreamYard, you'll punch in the email, and it will send me a request to let you in by giving me a code. I'll copy that code and I'll text it to the person who's running the show. That way you can get in, no big deal. And we'll go through how that operates in a moment. What I want to do, because this is advanced, I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time trying to talk to you about sentence structure and the small things that I know you all are advanced enough to kind of handle. What we're going to wind up doing is once we divide up into our teams, you're going to create a rundown sheet and a regular shot, or a rundown sheet or shot sheet and a script. You're going to redo newscasts. The first 2 of them, I will be giving you a script that is a pre-produced script and video that will go along with it. You'll go into StreamYard. There'll be 4 people on the team. There'll probably be 2 people who are going to be the newscasters. There'll be 2 people who are going to be the newscasters. And there'll be 1 person who's going to direct and 1 person who's going to be the producer. And so we will have those 4 people work together and get a grade for their projects. You'll continue to do that and rotate people in and out. Each time you have to rotate somebody who's going to be the director, that director is going to need to, put my email address in the StreamYard and get the code from me. Your StreamYard will work for you forever and ever, provided that you continue to use the same browser. But the idea that somebody that, let's say, Ms. Muhammad and Arian Hall and Corey and Kayla are on a team, when Ms. Muhammad is using it, if I've given her the code, it's going to always work for her. The next week, you're going to make Arian be the director. He's going to need to get a code, right? Ms. Muhammad's will still work, but he's going to need to get a code from me. And then Corey, when he directs, he's going to need to get a code. And then, by the time we get around to Kayla, she's going to need to get the code from me. So that's going to happen. We'll work through that. That's no big deal. But the platform is pretty simple and works very well for what we want to try to accomplish. I think I said in the previous in the previous lecture that everything nowadays is everything that's happening nowadays is by way of Skype or Zoom or something like that. So there's no cause for us to not look as professional as the big players. All right. So this is how we can emulate a lot of what they're doing now. I am sending to you all my StreamYard invite. You can invite up to 10 people to your StreamYard. I just want, say, 3 people to click on the invite. I don't know, Arian, Kayla, and Natalie. It doesn't, I don't care. Any 3-4 people want to do that, that's fine. And once we get those people in, I'll start to share my StreamYard. I'll share my screen with you all so that you can see how this works. So I need a handful of people to go ahead and click the link I just sent. It's an invite to StreamYard, and we'll get you in. We'll start doing this show. Anyone? Do you all not see the link?
Yes,
I'm clicking it right now.
Yeah, I'm clicking it right now too.
Okay.
Wait, can I click it too?
Yeah, that's fine. It'll stop once we hit 10, it'll stop people from being able to click in. Okay, Kayla is saying that your devices weren't connected. Device is not connected. Natalie's device is not. Your guest will need to connect their mic. Oh, okay. Oh, you have to just agree to let your microphone and camera be used by the app. So it's going to probably be a disclosure saying that.
I think because, oh, I'm sorry. I think because I'm on here, it's not letting me
Oh, I see.
do
All
it
right.
over on here.
All right. You know what?
It's not going to do it at the same time, basically.
Right. Okay, I got Isaiah, and that's going to work.
I'm in here.
Yeah, I see you, Isaiah. Okay, and I see Kayla. And Natalie's not connected, but that's fine. This is enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen. Okay. Share my screen. I'm going to share StreamYard with you all. All right. So I got StreamYard up, and I see some other people showing up. That's fine. And right now, there's nothing in StreamYard that's actually going out. Let me back out. You know, I'll do that last. Let's just go in and click in through StreamYard and see how this works. As you can see, those people who already signed into StreamYard, when they were signing in to StreamYard, they had to put in their names. So their names already showed up. That's great. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a show. So imagine we started a show in StreamYard, and I got a little intro. I'm going to play this intro. And we leave out of the intro, and I've added myself right here. Right? I've added myself. That's rolling. I know how long that is. And oh, shucks. And once it stopped running, my picture popped up. I can start or stop any of these video files, and these will become your news stories, if you will.
Can you
I can start or stop any of these video files by just clicking them. So if I click this, it will start. If I click it again, it stops. And now I'm back up. And so I'm gonna introduce, I'm here having, yes, sir.
I said, could you mute one of your mics, either Zoom or the other one? Cause I'm getting like
Give us
feedback.
some feedback. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I muted this one on this side. All right, are you guys still getting feedback?
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Okay, great. All right, so we're gonna go through it. I believe it's Deanna. Deanna, can you turn on your camera, please? Okay, and so today we're gonna have a wonderful discussion with a student that is amazing and at home somewhere or in a dorm room, and it's Deanna. And how are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Excellent. Can you tell me a little about where you're from and what year you are in and whatever the case may be?
I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm a junior at Norfolk State.
Great, great. So you'll graduate this December or next May?
Next May.
Thank you for choosing Starbucks. We're gonna get started today.
Hi, can I have a venti double chocolate chip frappuccino with non-fat milk and then with extra whipped cream and extra mocha drizzle?
Okay. Anything else for you today?
Oh, that sounds
No,
good.
that'll be
Yo,
all.
I'm
All right,
weak.
you
No,
want four.
order 2 of those.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna need
don't
one of those
sound
too.
good, bro. That don't sound good.
Yo,
Okay, so I've had this conversation with Deanna and I've muted her mic at this point. And if I wanted just to have her up only, I can go to this button right here that says solo. And now she's up and she would go into a long story. So imagine it. And then if I hit the exit solo, we're back. Imagine if I was setting up a story. Oh, Deanna, you've been a reporter out in the field and you've been interviewing students who are also from Richmond and why they chose Norfolk State. And then I need you just to kind of vamp and tell me what you found. Talk. Yeah.
Can you repeat the question? Or like what I have to say?
All right, hold on I'll set this up again. Hold on, I'll show you how this should work. I'm going to go here. Okay. All right, so what happened is I'm your newscaster. I'm the anchor person. And we're going to go live now to Deanna, who's in the dorms, and she has a report on campus food. Deanna, are you there? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit about campus food and what's so good about campus food? You spoke with some students today. They said that they were going to eat in the caf, and they told you that they were excited to eat something. What was that today?
I would really recommend like pizza. That's basically the only thing I would recommend. I wouldn't really recommend like the fruit that you have to like pick out, but anything that the servers serve to you on your tray is one of the good foods that's in the caf.
Great. Well, we appreciate that report from you, Deanna, and we hope to see you again soon with the report on the basketball game later on this evening. Thank you and salute. And I have just me up now. So you can put multiple people up. I'm going to put a couple of folks up at the same time. You can change how they look by having the people over here. And if I want, you guys can see my mouse if you're in the recording. I could just swap, and now I made Isaiah, who's going to give me a report on why LeBron James is not going to win a championship this year.
That's untrue. That is untrue. I can't do that. That'd be sacrilegious.
And at this point, I've decided that he's incorrect because the Sixers will win. And I'm just going to remove him because I don't want to hear what he has to say any longer. And so I just hit the remove or add button. I'll remove Deanna because she's laughing about that. And I don't like how she's treating me. And then it's just me and Arian. Arian, I'm going to open your mic here and ask you, and I think you don't have to open your own mic for me. I'm going to ask you if you can tell me a little bit about your selection for the championship this season. Arian has not opened his mic or is not listening, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is remove him. And now I'm back here. and I'm say, oh, there'll be more information about this show after this break. And all I did was click the commercial break right here, and now that's running. And in the background, I can be in the chat between me and my teammates saying, you know, next up is such and such. And then that is about to end, and I'm ready to go back live. As soon as that ends, I should be up and continue the newscast. But I'm gonna continue it with Deanna. Watch what'll happen. We'll both be up at the same, you know, I'll continue with the three of us. And we're coming in a few seconds here. Everybody get ready. Get ready. And here we are, and we're back. And we're discussing LeBron James and the Sixers and why we're going to beat the Lakers this year. And so go ahead, Isaiah, tell me why you think I'm false.
Well, listen, the Los Angeles Lakers have a fantastic team. They have a bunch of bigs. Two bigs to by, of course, best player in the game, LeBron James, is currently on the Lakers. And
I'm going to take this mouse right here while he's talking, because I know that Deanna, she's going to jump in on this question right after he's finished. I'm going to take this mouse, grab her picture, and just drag it right in. And then she'll talk. And then if for some reason Isaiah is saying something amazing, keep talking about the bigs and the blah, blah, blah. And now he starts to say something very intelligent, and I like what he's saying, and I can just go ahead and take him up solo. And now he's up by himself, just as if we were using a switcher in the TV room, in the studio, in the control room. And then he's wrapping up his comment, and then my comments come up next. I'll start to speak, and I'll ask the next question, so on and so forth. And then Deanna says, oh, I really want to answer that question, and she's excited. And I clicked up solo this time. I'll drop out of solo, and then I'll switch her to be here. And then I'll switch him to be here. And then I'll switch me to be here. And then I'll say, all right, I want to thank you both for participating. I'll go, and still you don't see them disappear one at a time. I'll take up a solo layout. And now that they're soloed, I'll hit remove. So now I'm the only person up. Okay. So that's how that kind of works. So the other things that you can do, you can get back to the videos. I'll show you guys later how to upload the videos. Is relatively simple. You hit this plus button, you'll find your video, you'll upload it. You'll have themes, right? I can change how the keys look, or if they animate on or off, right? Yes, sir.
Sorry, yeah, I had a quick question. So it's like you say, this is like us doing this is kind of sort of like what the other, like the big companies are doing, so we'll be able to produce content just as good as them. I was wondering, like, if we're applying to be like, for example, a sports anchor at different kind of networks, do you think that they would accept this as like this format as like a resume reel type form?
I do. I think if you listen, you provide them the content. And if what you do is deliver your content in a professional fashion, if you show up for your day of the record and you have your well-written content on, particularly as you're talking about sports, and let's say you were talking about the Lakers as we were a moment ago, you have your well-written content, your opinion on why the Lakers are going to lose this season, and you show up with a shirt and tie. If you can do some other things like, oh, you downloaded a clip of LeBron James hitting a three-pointer or whatever, and you put it in the show, and your director can run that, and I don't see why you shouldn't be able to take this and attach it to your resume tape.
Okay, cool.
Okay, all right. Now, this is what you guys will be doing. You will hit the record button, and then once you start recording, when it's finished, you'll hit end broadcast. Once you hit end broadcast, you can't go back into that studio. Once you hit end broadcast, you won't be able to go back into that studio. So I'm gonna end the broadcast. All right, it asks you a stupid question. I don't care about answering that. We'll hit leave studio. And let us see. Past broadcasts. Lecture 1, here it is. So it became a past broadcast. It was 15 seconds in length, whatever the case may be. And there it is. I will then be able to go in and watch your broadcasts, and I can download your recordings, and I'll give you guys feedback and notes on that. All right. So let me see if I can start one 100% brand new for you.
Is it okay if I leave? Because I have a class to get to.
Okay, Jasmine, I think we got the bulk of it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let me
you.
start. Thank you. I'll start one from the beginning. I'm gonna use a different browser because my code is already in. So we'll go here to StreamYard. This is the beginning. You'll get this. You'll hit log in. You'll put in my email address, my personal email address. You'll have get login code. You will have told me before you got ready to do this that, oh, we're going to go at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Otherwise, I'm not going to even know to be checking my email for your StreamYard notification. The person who does this is also going to make sure that you get in touch with me to let me know this is where I need to text the code to, so I can get you the code right back. I'm waiting right now on my phone to receive the code. You guys are seeing this, right? Make sure.
No, I don't think you're sharing your screen.
I'm not sharing that. I'm sorry. Okay, we want to share the desktop this time. I'm sorry. So let me see if we can back up here and do it again. You'll come to a browser. This will not work in Safari, but it will work in Chrome, Firefox, and I think Opera is the other one it works in, which nobody really uses Opera often. But you'll come to StreamYard, streamyard.com. You'll hit log in. You'll put in my email address. You'll hit get login code, and it's going to email me. Now, it sent me one. Now I'm asking for a second one because I screwed up and wasn't sharing it with you. So when it sends me the code, then I'll pop it in. But what'll happen is it will email me the code, and I am going to then send that code back to Isaiah because he's the director or what have you. 723-591. 723-591. All right. And then it opens up into this area here. Now you're in. And what we're going to do is create a broadcast. We're going to skip. We're not going to broadcast to any location. We're going to skip and record only. We're going to give it a name. And you're going to name this Newscast Project 1 Group 3, because you happen to be group 3 or group 1 or 2, 3, 4, or 5, whatever the case may be. If you want, you can go as far as to say, and it includes, whichever students are here, blah, blah, blah. So that this person, that person, and that person. You'll hit create broadcast. And then you'll give it access. Then you'll type in your name. I've usually been using Professor Scales, but what if I'm the Reverend? Whatever. There's not a reverendly bone in my body. And you'll run your show. You'll notice again in brand, you have the videos are here. You'll notice there's a private chat, and this private chat area is for where the producer and the director can share information, or all 4 of you in the class can share information. You can put a banner on your show. So for instance, if there was something that you wanted to have show up on the show, like a www.nsu.edu/sports, because you were talking about the sports team, you're talking about basketball, you can say, hey, you can find out more about that by clicking on the link, right? And there to go, or by visiting the banner below, etc. Okay. And then because you're not going live to Facebook or YouTube or what have you, you're not going to worry about comments. So banners, brand, and chat. Those are the three areas you'll worry about most. And then obviously recording. Once you're finished, you'll end your recording. You'll leave the studio. Let me go over one part I forgot to mention. The director is going to run the show. Then once the director runs the show, or basically gets the show set up, you'll click on the invite button right here, and you can copy this and email it to the rest of your crew. That's how they'll get into the show. They'll, when they arrive, they'll arrive down here in what they basically call the guest or green room, down here at the bottom. And then you'll click them in to add them to the stream as necessary. Once you're done, you'll leave studio. You'll say, you'll take this information here, you'll copy that, and you'll send me an email to say, Professor Scales, we've finished, we've done our broadcast. Here's the name of our broadcast, whatever you'll just paste that broadcast name in. All right, and that's the end of that part. I'm gonna stop sharing. And that's the big brushstrokes. Can I ask anybody if there are major, if you absolutely don't understand this, if I said something that makes no sense, speak now.
Now I got no questions. So this is all on like what, Streamyard.com or something like that?
Streamyard.com. Do not use Safari. Make sure you use another browser. Like I said, the browsers that it prefers Chrome and Firefox for certain. And I think the other one is Opera, which I don't believe most people use. But Chrome it really likes Chrome. It has all the greatest amount of features in Chrome. Okay.
Yeah,
So this is so let's see, what's the next step here? What is this one? That's audio class, not you guys. Let me take a look. And for you guys, this is TV production. Let's take a look at our calendar. Content, no. Course tools, where's the calendar at? And why is this thing not in alphabetical order? Calendar. Okay. All right. It says that there is a discussion on lighting for next week, but that's a virtual pre-recorded lecture. So I will record this lecture. It says noon. Don't expect it by noon. It'll be there probably, I'll change the calendar. It'll probably be there by 5 in the afternoon. And then the next week, which is a regular meeting, we'll do. Okay, so this is what we have. Next week on the 9th, I will give you a lighting lecture. It will be pre-recorded. It's going to be super simple. I can almost do it right now in 15 seconds. Because you're not in the studio, what I'll give you a handout on lighting that comes out of the book. Read that. That will be part of a test later in the future. But as far as lighting for using StreamYard, the last thing I want to see is dim lights. I also don't want to see a big bright light shining directly on your face or a light shining from the back of you to create a silhouette. So the simplest thing about lighting is, find a good little, if you don't have a professional light, find a table lamp, put it, off to your left or right, just kind of in front of you. If it's too bright on your face, making like a very bright white spot on your face, dim it down if you have a dimmer. If not, try to use a piece of, use the lampshade or a piece of paper on this around the lampshade to bring down the temperature of the light. But if for some reason you guys are coming in and you're dark, I'm not going to be happy. Now, we will have these quick lectures like tonight, because we're done. We'll have these quick lectures. Then it's going to be your job to get with your team, your group. And I'm not going to get in the middle of making sure you all have each other's email addresses. All right, I'll get to that in a second. I see that. I'm not going to get in the middle of, if you have each other's email addresses or why you can't get this person on the phone or whatever the case may be, or we couldn't meet on Tuesday or Thursday or whatever. I'm not going to get in the middle of that. That's going to be, you guys are pros at this point. You're all adults. Manage your teams as you see fit. And if for some reason you don't have someone on your team who's not pulling their weight, then call them out. There's no reason why you should suffer because somebody isn't doing their job. If you can move forward without them, do so. Just make certain that they don't take advantage of you having done all the work and they've done nothing, or you're just being a slave to somebody who doesn't care. So I got a question here. I got two things I want to answer. Let me get, is it Nubia Noah or Noah Nubia? Can you just open your mic real quick and say hello?
Hi. Yes, Noah Nubia.
Noah Nubia. And I
Yes,
also
sir.
see Erica has a question, and I think I see that you both kind of have the same challenge here. I will do live lectures. I'll put them on the calendar. No, we did not assign groups already. I will put live lectures on the calendar and we'll do them Thursdays at 5. I know that, and I also am recording these live lectures. So Noah, say it again for me. Is it Noah Nubia or Nubia Noah?
Noah Nubia.
Noah Nubia. So I'm so sorry for getting that wrong. So I will put these on the calendar and they'll be there. You'll make them or you won't. And I understand that because they didn't give us a hard time, that some people have classes they scheduled at the same time. I get it. I apologize for that. I don't know why they did this to us, but we'll be okay. We'll record lectures. When this lecture is done, I'm going to post this lecture up. It'll be up before the night is over. And if Noah, for instance, you came a little bit late, you need to watch this lecture and hear everything that was said. You just go back to you'll go back to Blackboard and follow the link. It will be on the YouTube page that I have set up for this class. So you'll be able to follow this link to YouTube and watch this whenever you want. It's and I try to keep my lectures to 30, 40 minutes or so. I don't want to keep you guys for 2 hours. And I certainly don't think that you're going to want to watch me on YouTube for 2 hours. I don't like watching me for more than 10 minutes. What I will do is, let me take down the names that we have here this evening again. I already got Donna, Noah Nubia's in. And so let's see. Yes, 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 Isaiah, yes. O'Shea, yes. Arian, yes. Jasmine was a yes tonight. Kayla, Deanna.
I'm sorry, sir. What was the question? I didn't hear that.
From Donna to me, it's actually Deanna. The question was, are we going to have class at 5 o'clock all the time? And because it doesn't meet with everyone's schedule, and how do we, and do we have groups assigned? The answer to both of those, here's one. No, yes, we will have class on Thursdays live as the calendar. If you check the Blackboard calendar for this class, you'll see that some classes will be live lecture and some will be pre-recorded lecture. I will give you a pre-recorded lecture on Tuesdays, pretty much every Tuesday. If there's not a pre-recorded lecture on Tuesday, there'll be an assignment that was created for Tuesday for you to do. You'll be able to download whatever the assignment is or the instructions and complete that. Same as with Thursday. I will likely, there will be more, put it like this, any live lectures that will occur on Thursdays. The pre-recorded lectures will certainly be on Tuesdays, occasionally on Thursdays. Once I do the lecture and I give you guys an opportunity to go to Streamyard and do what you have to do, that's going to be up to you and your team getting together and making the decision when you want to do it. Streamyard is available to you. My Streamyard account is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you and your team have got to be able to find time in that time frame between, okay, today's Thursday, I set an assignment for next Thursday. You have 7 days to figure out when you're going to get the 4 of you guys together. Now, there's not an assignment in StreamYard yet. Not that that was just an example, so I don't want anyone to lose it. But tonight I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people have shown up and been in and out. 13 people have shown up and been in and out. And I will email these 13 people. And if you all want to create your teams out of the 13 people who are here, and they're in teams of 4, so that would leave somebody as an odd man out. But, oh, I forgot about Erica. There you go, Erica. 14 people, 13 people. Or if there are people on the list in this class, and I'll give you all everyone's name and email address. I'll give everybody's name. You all will find each other and figure out how you want to do this. But I'm not going to get in the middle of trying to manage how your teams work, or I can, which would be, I'll give everybody a number and all the 1s will be on a team. All the 2s will be on a team, all the 3s, all the 4s, etc. I don't want to have to do that because I think you guys are old enough and adult enough to be able to make this work on your own. If necessary, I will step in, but I hope not to. Okay. And so we'll look in the next couple of days between now and Tuesday, there will be where there will be an opportunity for you all to start discussing your teams. Like I said, this entire lecture has been recorded. If you missed any part of it, obviously go back and watch it. If you have friends who are in class that did not see it, let them know, hey, he records everything. It's all there. Can I answer any questions for you all at this moment? Any questions? Nope. Okay. Do I hear someone with an open mic? Anybody? Okay. So again, Hershey. Okay. We'll end this Zoom now. I will repost this. It should be up before the evening is out. If you need to watch it, again, it'll be on YouTube. And for Tuesday of next week, I will do a lecture that will be available regarding, I'm not doing, no, I didn't do the one on shot composition and floor direction. On the 9th, I will do a lecture that will be audio lighting, scene control, and shot composition and floor direction. All in one massive lecture on the 9th of February. It'll be up probably by 5 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, next week. And there was no assignment due for that. Okay, great. Your first assignment we'll go over on, it will be next Thursday, will be the first assignment. If I hear no other questions, I will let you all go. And I want you all to have a good night. If for some reason someone needs to get in touch with me, email me. I try to respond as soon as possible, but I will definitely respond, in at least in the next 24 hours to any emails. Okay?
Have a nice night.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye. Kayla and Erica, did either of you have any questions? Are you waiting, having not logged up?
Yes. So you're saying our assignments are due on Thursdays?
No, I'm saying that I will give you an assignment, and when I give you that assignment, I'll give you a due date, right? If it's a StreamYard assignment, all I'm saying is that, StreamYard is available to you guys anytime. You don't have to wait till class time to use it. You and your team should get together. There's not an assignment due next Thursday. You're going to get your first assignment next Thursday, and that will give you a due date. But until then, okay, hold on. I see someone that just got here. But until then, the assignments will always just be due based on how I've assigned them. Does that answer your question, Erica?
Yes. So if on Thursdays we miss class, are we penalized for that, or is it like normal? How does that work? Again,
you'll know when I have class meetings that are like, this is a virtual live meeting, or this is a pre-recorded meeting or a pre-recorded lecture. If for some reason, and because, I have to recognize that they told me this is an internet delivered web-based class and they didn't give me a time. So I can't hold you guys, because if you a young lady signed up for a class that's at the exact same time that had a real time, I can't hold you on it. But I will hold you accountable for getting the information, because I'm going to record everything and post it. So I'm not truly keeping attendance, but you have to, if you don't make it, you didn't make it. And you also can trust that I recorded it. So it's going to be up to you to get the recording.
Okay. That works. I normally, I try to tell my advisor, like when we're making my schedule, try to make it so my classes are all in the morning. But as you just said, you guys really didn't know. So we're all just juggling here.
Right. I have no idea why they didn't assign the time. And the reason why I picked 5 o'clock was because this class was always 5 to 8. In the past 3 semesters I've taught it, it was 5 to 8. And I didn't understand why they did this any differently, but such is life. So we'll just post it, and we'll just make this kind of a flexible space. We'll get together when we can, and I'll post all of the live lectures that I do with you all will be recorded, and I'll post them as well. And then there'll be also pre-recorded lectures that you'll just be able to go to, because they were always going to be pre-recorded. All right, Joshua, I see your hand. What's happening? How are you?
I apologize. How you doing?
Good.
I apologize for being late.
That's not going to cut it. You have to cash at me $25.
Oh shit.
No, it's okay.
Your name. Put your name in the chat.
All right, so Josh, we're done, and that's okay. Erica, did you have any other questions before I go on and talk to Josh?
Oh no, if I have, I'll just contact you if I do. But you answered everything so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good and happy New Year. I had you in a previous class, didn't have it, Erica?
You had me in
audio production.
Audio. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's good to see you, or see, at least it says Erica's phone. So okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye now.
All right, bye-bye.
Uh-huh. Okay. this is what we're doing.
Is it only 2 people in our class?
No, you just came on when everybody left. Like, we were like, tonight we saw 15 people show up. So you just have to come on just at the end. I finished class maybe 7 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know I'm an hour late.
Yeah, man.
Not good. I was at work. I'm sorry.
It's all good. So what I was explaining to her, and I'll just re-explain it to you. Hold on, I'm still recording.